Am I the a-hole for still going to my sister's wedding after my husband canceled my plane ticket? Here's the situation. My husband, 36, and I, 30, have 3 kids, 2, 4, 7. I'm a stay-at-home mom, full-time, and I take care of the kids while my husband works, full-time. My sister's wedding was last week. We live hours away, which is an issue for my husband. When we first got the invite, he told me that he wasn't going, that he will stay for the kids, and suggested I do the same. Since the wedding doesn't allow kids and my husband doesn't want to hire a babysitter after the one we had robbed us. We had gone back and forth on this. But I insisted on going since that's my only sister, and I want to attend what might be a once-in-a-lifetime event for her. He chuckled at my statement, then we stopped talking about it. As the wedding was approaching, he brought it up and told me to miss it and stay with the kids. I suggested that since no babysitters were allowed then, I could get my friend to stay with the kids, but he refused. I ignored him, spoke to my friend who agreed to watch the kids, and booked a ticket to travel to my sister's town in time. My husband found out and went on about how he had work, and that the most logical solution is that I stay home with the kids and let him make his living. I told him that I already took care of the kids and they'll stay with my friend. Honestly, I grew impatient. The day of my flight, I dropped the kids off at my friend's place, then headed to the airport. I found out he had canceled my plane ticket. I was upset, but still insisted on going, so I went home and got into my car and drove 4 hours to get to the town. At 5 p.m., my husband called and was freaking out on me, asking where I was. I told him I made it to my sister's town, and he blew up saying I wasn't supposed to go, even said he canceled my ticket to get me to stay. He demanded I return, but I said not until the wedding was over. He called me horrible, neglectful mom, then had his mom scold me and accuse me of abandoning my own kids. There was a huge argument ensued when I returned home, and my husband kept on saying I was horrible to leave the kids and to ignore him like that and do what I wanted eventually. He's giving me silent treatment as of now, and I can no longer take it. I felt guilty and did not enjoy the wedding at all. Was I wrong for still going? Info: my husband dislikes my sister if it's relevant. Update: so a lot of people on here brought up the possibility of my husband lying about the robbery that happened months ago and accusing the babysitter of stealing just so I can't hire any other babysitters. He was the one who discovered the robbery. I never saw or talked to her after he kicked her out. Upon reading the comments, I'm now suspecting that he made this whole thing up. I'm going to contact the babysitter to get the whole story from her. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I will talk to her and see if her story contradicts his in any way. I'll keep you updated. Relevant comments. Commenter: NTA. He's awful. It's ridiculous to suggest you missed the wedding as there were obviously childcare solutions, and to cancel the ticket is super abusive. I can't see how this doesn't cause massive damage to your relationship. He's ridiculously controlling. OP. Thing is, I had already suggested other solutions, but he was dead set on not letting me come. I ignored him because I was at my wit's end and he wouldn't want it any other way. Commenter: horrible, neglectful mom. From the man that did everything he could to not have to parent his own kids for a weekend. Your relationship is not healthy. He is manipulating and controlling. Hopefully the comments here open your eyes. NTA. OP. This is how I felt when I heard him say it. Not a new thing though, because he has called me names before, but to say that I'm a neglectful mom, that stings hard. Commenter: financial abuse? Yup. Isolating you from loved ones? Yup. Controlling behavior? Yup. NTA, and please leave the AH. He should be required to give you child support and alimony. You are not neglectful, your kids were taken care of. OP. Thank you so much. The child care arrangement issue has been making my life 10 times harder. After that babysitter robbed us, my husband decided that no babysitter is allowed into our home anymore. I disagreed because of how illogical his decision was, and now look at how much we're struggling. I'm struggling actually without outside help. Thank God for my friend. She's like a sister to me. Commenter: you're NTA either way, but info: why did he have his mom berate you after he was done? You know you're NTA. He's obviously a control freak. And the way you said he wants to earn his money. His money. Like it's not yours, screams financial abuse. I'm honestly feeling like this is fake, but to give you the benefit of the doubt, you really need to think hard about this situation and realize that he's setting you up so you can never leave. And since you left, if you go back home after this, he's gonna make it harder for you to leave again. OP. He does it all the time. I was blamed by her when the previous babysitter robbed our house. I got called names by her and my husband too. It happened 7 months ago, but it still hurts like hell. Commenter: info: do you have evidence the babysitter robbed you apart from the missing items and your husband's testimony? It sounds like he is trying to isolate and control you. It is completely unreasonable to expect your wife to skip her only sister's wedding. OP, no. I wasn't home when it happened. It was after the babysitter left that my husband discovered the robbery. We never found the stuff, but my husband said it was her, because who else could it be, and then kicked her out even though I was the one who hired her. He told me he was the one paying her, so I shouldn't protest. That's it. It happened months ago. Update. I contacted the babysitter via social media. I sent her a DM telling her who I was and mentioning the incident that happened at our home. I didn't think she'd respond given that it's been over 7 months since she left us. But I was surprised when she responded in 2 hours' time. I, again, mentioned the incident to her and asked if she could explain to me what happened. She sent me a long wall of texts swearing she never took anything from our home and that my husband came home and was lashing out at her and the kids for no reason. She said that they didn't talk to him that day, but then brought up a previous interaction they both had. Then she claimed that he touched her inappropriately while he was in the kitchen with her. This caught me off guard. I asked her to expand on that, and she said she wasn't sure it was an accident or that he did it deliberately. She said he didn't say anything, but his looks made her uncomfortable. She also said she was willing to let it go till she saw that he started leaving her texts days later demanding she respond to him. Then the day he accused her of the robbery, he just lashed out at her criticizing her work and then told her to leave and not come back. She said he didn't accuse her of anything being stolen, just lashed out and told her to leave. I couldn't wrap my head around this. I don't know what to say. Basically, she was saying he tried to hit on her, but then said she wasn't sure it was an accident. Then he just all of a sudden came home one day and lashed out, then told her to leave. I can't make sense of this. I went to try to speak to him on that, but he kept blocking my attempts to discuss it, so I blew up, showed him what the babysitter sent me, and he remained calm, which is completely out of character of him. He kept repeating the line, "She's lying to you," while I absolutely lost it on him. I threatened to take the kids and go stay with my friend, which is what I'm gonna do today after he leaves the house. Since he said that I can't do that, then I'm waiting till he's out. He kept calling me crazy to believe some kid's story over his and insisted that I was looking to dig up dirt to start a fight. I refused to continue fighting. I just kept my distance from him. This is just horrible. I did not see this coming, and I feel like a cold wave just hit me, and I don't know what to say about this, and worst of all is that I have no evidence or proof. I'm gonna be taking some space from him for now till I clear my mind and think of what I'm going to do going forward. Relevant comments. Commenter, take the kids. If you have messages, screenshot everything. Screenshot what the babysitter told you. Screenshot you buying the ticket and then him canceling it. If his mother thrashed you via DMs, screenshot that too. Don't yield on this. The first step of everything is realizing something is not good. You already reached that step. Your family will help you. Your friends will help you. Don't yield, don't give up, and good luck. OP, yes. I'm too overwhelmed right now, but I'll make sure to store those messages. I already keep all his messages, including his mom's verbal attacks toward me. It's awful the way he and his mom treat me, in front of the kids no less. I'm at the end of my rope and I feel suffocated and my chest feels tight and heavy. I will need to get fresh air later on and away from the kids just so I could get my thoughts in order. Commenter, deleted. OP, I fully believe and I'm now convinced that the reason he canceled the plane ticket and went ballistic when I attended the wedding is because he hates my sister. He calls her a slut on the regular and yells at me about how she sleeps around, which is none of his freaking business. I'm just so mad at myself for letting him get this far and humiliating me and badmouthing my family while I stood there and took it. I was an idiot. Commenter, I wouldn't be shocked if he hides your keys or otherwise makes your car inoperable so you can't go anywhere. If that happens, phone a friend. Call a cab/rideshare and I will personally Venmo you money to get away. When you leave, take important documents, birth certificates, social security cards, etc. with you. Hide them. Does he know where your friend lives? If so, try to find another friend that he doesn't know. His calmness is terrifying. Calm before the storm. If anything even begins to escalate, call the police for an escort. OP, does he know where your friend lives? If so, try to find another friend that he doesn't know. He does. And I'm worried he will come to her house where the kids and I will be staying after he finds the house empty. Honestly, I'm not sure how I'll act if I see him there. I might just lose my temper. Commenter, have you any family members/friends you can call to be with you for when you take the kids, just in case he stops remaining calm? OP, no. I'm waiting till he's out, then I will leave with the kids. I had done it before. He couldn't do anything about it but make empty threats.